Yo, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy Alex Thomas here, back with another video for you guys. Today I'm giving you guys my review and my thoughts on Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. Given this to by the guys who wrote Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs, and it is starring Shamik Moore, Jake Johnson, Haley Steinfeld, Liev Schreiber, Mahershala Ali, Catherine Hahn, Nicolas Cage. This cast is actually pretty good, actually. But just basically the story of Miles Morales. His first, him becoming Spider-Man and him being trained as Spider-Man, and also diving into the Spider-Verse and the multiverse, and stuff like that. So I'm going to give you guys my thoughts on this movie. This movie came out 2018. It also won the Best Picture, Best Animated Feature at the Academy Awards, which is awesome. But I'm going to give you guys my thoughts on this movie. It's crazy that I haven't reviewed this movie on my YouTube channel. But obviously we got the new movie. We got Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse coming out soon. So I wanted to go ahead and just review this movie and give my thoughts on it. Also, on the next episode of Nerd Talk, we will be doing a live watch along of the movie. So hope you guys will tune in on that as well. Like I said, I'm really excited for the newest one, and I'm very excited to talk about this one. So let's go ahead and get into this this review, guys. Let's get it. Let's go. Like I said, this is Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. This is about Miles Morales. He's basically got inducted into this new school. He's leaving his old school, going into his new school. And he's new to the school. He doesn't really know anybody. He comes across this tunnel with his uncle, and he's doing he's into spray paint and stuff like that. And then he gets bit by a spider. He thinks nothing of it, which I love. And the next day he starts having these certain abilities, and he finds out that he's Spider-Man. He finds out he has the same powers as Spider-Man. And basically this is the tale of that. And I think this movie is fucking fantastic. This movie is spectacular. It is amazing. It is extraordinary. And I love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. I absolutely love this movie. And it's funny, when this movie first came out, I was kind of iffy on a animated Spider-Man movie. I did not know what the hell Sony was doing when they announced this. I'm like, what the hell are you guys doing? I was interested that they was going in the Miles Morales route, but I was kind of less interested knowing it was animated, because I really want a live action Miles Morales movie. We probably will eventually get to there. I don't know. I guess we'll see what we have for the future for Spider-Man movies, but I was kind of confused on why we getting it animated. I'm like, okay, there must be a reason why. And I know we also had, at this time, we have the Tom Holland movies come on, so of course we're not gonna have two different live action Spider-Mans going on at the same time. So I guess the animated route made sense. But and also I was kind of iffy on the animation style. I didn't know how I felt about the animation style, how it was gonna work, because it looks like 2D animation put on top of 3D, like 3D animation also mixed in with some 2D animation. And of course there was a lot of different tricks and effects that was going along with the animation. I was kind of iffy on it. It kind of had like a 3D look to it, like you need to put on 3D glasses. But going into this movie, I was mind blown. I thought the animation was spectacular. The movie looks fantastic on 4K. If you guys have not seen Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse on 4K, definitely watch it. It looks fantastic. The animation is awesome. There's certain little quips that happens in the background of the movie is hilarious. Like I said, the way the characters move, the way they interact, it is mind-blowing. It really is spectacular. It's one of the best looking animated movies ever made, at least in my opinion. I love what they do with the colors, the contrast, just the brightness of this movie. I think it all works. It is spectacular. Let's go ahead and get into the direction. I think this movie is very well directed. I can't think of the director's name. I know it's like 3 directors, but they did a fantastic job with the direction of this movie. This movie has a great pace. It looks amazing. Like I said, I think the animation is just spectacular. There are certain shots in this movie, it deserves to be a poster. There's a great shot of Miles when he finally learns to become Spider-Man, and he like jumps off of the building, and they show him falling, but it's upside down. And oh my god, it's a spectacular shot. That whole sequence, the What's Up Danger sequence, is fantastic. Let's go ahead and get into the characters. So like I said, we got Shameik Moore. If you guys do not know who Shameik Moore is, he's been in a couple things. I knew him from Dope. If you guys have not seen Dope, definitely check that out as well. He's also popped in a couple things. He was in the Wu-Tang show as well. But he is awesome as Spider-Man Miles Morales. I think at the time, I don't think he's a lot older than he's portraying as Miles Morales, but you feel that in his performance, he feels like a kid. He feels like a kid becoming Spider-Man and embracing it, and just his reactions to things happening in his life at this time of him becoming Spider-Man, you really buy it. And I think he gave a spectacular performance as Miles Morales. So happy he's just continuing on with, you know, him being Miles and stuff like that. And he seems like a very humble dude. I watch him in interviews. He's very happy to play Miles Morales, and I'm very excited to see what he does with the character in the future. I think he does a great job with Miles as well. Obviously we got now. I'm gonna get now. Since I'm saying this, I'm gonna get into some spoilers. So in the beginning of the movie, we have a different Spider-Man than we have in the later of the movie. So the movie starts off with Chris Pine as Spider-Man. He's the Spider-Man that got everything. You know, he's loved and stuff like that. And Miles sees Spider-Man fighting Green Goblin. And is also Kingpin is behind this whole thing. He's trying to do this whole thing. He's trying to open up the multiverse so he can do some certain things as well. But Spider-Man dies. Wilson Fisk kills Spider-Man, and something happened where, you know, the portals, you know, the whole thing causes this big explosion, and then, you know, we know, like I said, Spider-Man dies, and Miles runs into another Spider-Man from another universe, and that is played by Jake Johnson. And Jake Johnson is great as Peter B. Parker. I think he's really good as Peter B. Parker. He has a kind of, like, you could tell he's been doing this for a really long time. His Spider-Man has basically been through it all. I think he's been Spider-Man for like 15 years or something like that. And he's been going through everything. He's lost his family. He's down on his luck. He's fat. You know, he's wearing sweatpants at a point in this movie, and it's hilarious. I love the way Jake Johnson plays this Spider-Man. Like, he's just down on his luck. He's good at Spider-Man, but he's just down on his luck. And I think he's great. I think he's great as Peter B. Parker. Him and Miles have great camaraderie with one another, because he has to teach him how to be Spider-Man, which he doesn't really want to do. He just wants to get home, but he kind of get warped into the story, and him and Miles has a special bond. With towards the end of the movie, you're just like, you got goosebumps when they finally come together and fight with each other, and it's awesome. We got Haley Steinfeld as Gwen Stacy, aka Ghost Spider, which that's what she called. Well, we call her Spider Gwen, but she is awesome as well as Gwen. There's certain points I forget that it's Haley Steinfeld playing the role. I just see the Gwen character, but that's how you know you got a really good voice actress playing the character. When you can't see the actors, you only see the character. And I think she does a great job as Gwen as well. She also has her damaging backstory of becoming a spider person, and it's great. I think all these characters really mesh. We got a lot of other side characters. We got Spider-Ham, we got Spider Noir, we got Penny Parker. She has like a giant spider robot with a little bitty spider in there, that controls everything and stuff like that. And I love that all these side characters have a decent amount of screen time. It's a lot of characters in this movie, not even including the villains. But with this short amount of runtime, you got all these characters, and the pacing doesn't feel off. Everyone gets a certain amount of dialogue, certain amount of screen time. Of course, our main three is Miles, Peter B. Parker, and Gwen, but you got all these other side characters that kind of mesh together and does a great job. We got Liev Schreiber as Kingpin, and he is great as Kingpin. I love the way they designed Kingpin. He's like this big hulking guy, and it's great. It's great. I mean, I think what they did with the animation style with these characters is very unique. And if you look at it, you could tell you're watching this universe. You're watching this this Spider-Verse. And I think it's great. I love the way the character design. Like I said, all the voice acting is spectacular. I think all of them are great. Catherine Hahn plays Dr. Octavius, but it's a woman that's Dr. Octavius, which is great. I love that they changed certain things, the way the Miles universe is. Green Goblin is this big goblin thing, and I love that they went into certain directions with certain of these characters. Another thing I loved about this movie is the soundtrack. I had to talk about the music, and it is awesome. Of course, Miles is from Brooklyn, so you had to throw some Brooklyn stuff in there. You got some Notorious B.I.G. in there. I think the soundtrack is awesome. Even the score is awesome. But, like, of course, What's Up Danger, Sunflower. I think this movie has a really great soundtrack to vibe to. And I think it's great. I think it's great. Like I said, obviously you got some like hip hop vibes with this movie, but also with Miles doing the spray painting and him vibing with his Uncle Aaron and stuff like that. I think it's great. Uncle Aaron, Mahershala Ali plays Uncle Aaron, and he is great as the Prowler. The Prowler sequences, bro, in this movie is kind of like a horror movie. He's kind of like a really threatening presence on screen, and his score, his music, the Prowler theme. Oh my god, it is so freaking awesome. Oh man, it's so fucking awesome. I'm so ready to rewatch this movie again, getting ready for the new movie. Yeah, I loved all this, whatever, you know, I loved everything about this movie. It really surprised me of how much I really loved it. I watched it over and over and over again when it first came out. Of course, obviously I bought it on 4K, and I've watched it a lot of times since. But like, yeah, I love everything they've done with the direction of this movie. I'm very excited to see what they do in Across the Spider-Verse. Hopefully I'm blown away as well. I've been hearing a lot of good things, so hopefully I am blown away. But yeah, overall, I absolutely love everything about this movie. I don't think I have a single flaw in this movie. I don't think this movie is damn near perfect. I don't think I have a single flaw. I can't even think of any nitpicks at the moment, just because I really love this movie. I love the way what they did with the direction of these characters. I love, you know, how Miles starts the character, the way he ends. His arc is great. Peter B. Parker's arc is great. I think all the arcs are great. The voice acting is great. The soundtrack is great. The animation is great. The direction, the writing, everything just worked with this movie. And I'm very happy, you know, to say that this movie it's a 5 out of 5. This is a damn near perfect movie. But yeah, if you guys are, you know, if you guys have seen this movie, let me know what you guys thought about it in the comment section below. Are you guys excited for Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse? Let me know in the comment section below. And I'm out on this one, you guys. Peace out.